Welcome to the View in Your Mirror podcast. We are your hosts, Lisa Rubin and Katie Harms. From new moves to tried and true strategies, we'll dissect the ways in which clothing and a little organization can and does affect your daily life. Come along as we hope to inspire, engage, and shape your rituals as well as your shapewear.
Katie Harms.
Yes, here we are again. Podcast number 2 coming at you.
Yes, podcast number 2. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good. So am I. The number 7 is in my mind. Do you know why the number 7 is in my mind?
Because today we're going to be talking about my 7 simple suggestions to start your day as you WFH.
Yes.
/WTF.
We talked about this last time, but we're going to go over it again. WFH stands for
Work from home.
Yes, and WTF. I don't know that we need to give any kind of explanation for that. That's what you do when you get up because you overslept and you think, I have a Zoom conference meeting in 5 minutes. WTF.
Yes. So you could be prepared, though, if you knew my 7 simple suggestions.
I know, that's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
Are they simple, really?
Yes, they're very simple.
Okay, let's start out. We're going to start out.
Okay.
Give me number 1.
The first one is to take a shower and style your hair as if you would if you were going to work.
Okay, so now I have to get up 5 minutes before.
So 5 minutes before, possibly the shower's not going to happen. So you'll go to step 2.
All right.
And that would be put a bra on. Yes, it is noticeable when you are video conferencing if A, you're not wearing a bra, or B, you are wearing a sports bra over a work shirt.
Under a work shirt,
I mean,
would hope.
under, yeah.
I mean, that could be a new look, right? I've seen some of those. I remember watching a news anchor. We were traveling somewhere. I don't know where we were. And she had on, you know, the Nikki Bickies, the little...
Yes, Nikki Bicky.
Nikki Bicky,
yes.
Which to those of you listening is a little, what do you
camisole.
call it? Camisole, little camisole top. She had one of those on over a white button-down blouse.
Okay, that would not fall into the Lisa's fashion rules.
I wouldn't think. And it didn't look good on her either.
No.
But, you know, you can only say so much to the TV, and it didn't say anything back. Okay, all right. So now I have styled my hair. At the very least, what do you think about a nice tight ponytail?
Brush your hair.
Okay.
Or put it in a ponytail. Yes, that would be fine.
Okay.
If you have short hair, though, maybe brush through it, put a little gel or something in it so you don't have hair sticking up all over your head. So when you decide to get on your computer, you don't go, oh, whoa, my hair is sticking up all over. We're going to talk about how we look at ourselves in the computer all day long later.
It's yes.
And
all right, what's 3?
Brush your teeth.
Makes a huge difference.
Not that anybody on the video conference on the other side would know that you brush your teeth, but the idea of brushing your teeth is probably important for hygiene, feeling good about starting your day.
Which all comes back to it. Really, what we're doing is we're saying you got to put some care into yourself before you put yourself out in front of anyone.
Exactly.
All right. So we have done our hair. We've put the bra on. We've brushed the teeth.
Yes. Now, number 4, we're getting into a little more serious. Get out of your pajamas.
Yes.
Now, you've said that you have 5 minutes, but let's say you have more than 5 minutes, or you're doing your morning routine, which we have discussed, and we will also discuss it another time.
Well, and all kidding aside, I think we both agree that you need more than 5 minutes.
Yes, you need more than 5 minutes. I would say that if you are organized with these 7 simple suggestions, and it depends how long you like to take a shower, I think in a half an hour, you could be ready to start your day.
That's right. And honestly, you could brush your teeth in the shower.
You could brush your teeth in the shower.
I don't know that I've ever done that, but I mean,
I think there are people that do that.
Yes.
I think there are.
Have your cup of coffee while you're in there, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, and we have to have a little fun with these too. It is important, but it is serious. So, I mean, we're building a whole podcast around helping people be their best. And hey, the good news is we don't have drive time anymore, so you have picked up extra sleeping time.
Absolutely. You are You are right, Katie. I mean, you still probably have to, if you have a dog, you might have had to walk your dog. If you have children at home, your children have probably already woken you up and they want breakfast. So some people might have put in a half a day, but they're still not ready for work.
Yeah, because we women particularly are terrible about self-care before we take care of everything else and everyone else that's in our sphere.
You're right.
All right, so we're 4. What's 5?
No, that was just 3. Number 4 is get out of your pajamas / workout clothes and put clothes on that you would wear on a workday, casual Friday.
Okay, makes sense. Again, you want to feel good. You're thinking, then that gets you in your mindset of, hey, you're going to be going into your office, wherever that office may be. It could be in your closet, for all we know, depending on where you need to go to get some quiet time to do your conference calling.
Yes, and Katie, let's talk about the closet. So do you think that having your closet organized, especially during COVID, can help you with preparing on what clothes you're going to wear for the day?
Yes, you remind me of a lawyer. You never ask a question that you don't already know the answer to. But let me confirm with you, absolutely, positively, it saves all sorts of time. It's the bane of my existence when you can't find anything. So whatever you put into organizing that space, even if it's because you're dressing a little bit differently now to have your clothes sectioned off where it makes sense to grab them and go, and get yourself ready. And the things you're talking about can all be accomplished with a couple of hours on the weekend to get yourself organized with whatever the interior of your closet looks like. There's all sorts of tricks that you can use to segment your clothes. Here's a little teeny simple one. If you have double hanging anywhere in your clothes, in your closet, and you hang your pants over the hanger as opposed to by the cuff, hang your pants on the top rod of the double hang, and then hang your blouses and jackets on the bottom. And what will end up happening is you'll end up with more space below where the pants are hanging and above where your jackets and tops are hanging. So instead of having things that are tucked on the floor below your lower hanging that might have gotten kicked back, because clothes hang out 2 feet at the most. They hang out 2 feet. So stuff that gets on the floor underneath any of that hanging usually gets lost to the abyss. If that stuff comes up onto that shelf above that first layer of hanging, you've actually created a whole nother shelf where you can set purses, if you're ever going to use those again, or your favorite pair of shoes that when you walk into the closet, you're seeing those. And that's going to remind you, I'm going to grab those shoes because they make me feel kick-ass for that meeting that I'm coming up to. So all of these things kind of go into that. Yes, this is an important piece of real estate in your house. The more organized you keep it, the better you can go to the 7 steps and get there quicker.
Right.
And get them on your day.
And that abyss you're talking about, there's a lot of people that have the abyss.
There are.
And sometimes there are some very key pieces in that abyss that you just kind of didn't want to take to the dry cleaners. You didn't want to clean right now. You were sick of looking at it, so you kind of kicked it under that abyss.
Yeah.
And so I would recommend that people actually go and look to see what is in that pile.
For some people, it scares the crap out of them to think, oh my God, I've got to spend a couple hours in my closet. Generally, when people do it and they come out of the closet, they are thrilled. A little amount of time goes a long way with this.
Yes.
All right. So now back to the hints and tips.
Right.
We're at 5.
Number 5. Put something different on each day, Monday through Friday. Generally, if you were to get up and go to the office or go do whatever you're going to do for your job, with the exception of a uniform, you would wear something different. You would not wear the same thing Monday through Friday.
Makes sense.
So I would suggest that you do that when you're home. It will make you feel better, and it will make you feel more like you're at work.
Love it. All right. We've got a couple left.
And number 6 is put lipstick on.
Okay. Now, we're gonna go put lipstick on, take a quick little break.
Okay, but let me just say the last thing because it's important.
Oh, okay, then we'll come back. But I want to spend time on 6 and 7.
Smiling. 7 is
I don't want to smile right now.
So number 7 is just last but not least when you're on the video conferencing, smile.
All right. Well, it's a good place to take a little break and go apply lipstick, and we'll be back shortly.
Hi there. Several years ago, a conversation sparked an idea which launched a plan, and now here we are. Lisa and my collective desire with this podcast is to inform listeners and open eyes to the importance of well-designed spaces and well-thought-out wardrobes, no matter the size or budget. We feel strongly that both lead to success in all aspects of life. Lisa, having been content to work behind the scenes, is emerging to share her well-honed expertise. Her clients see her as a secret weapon in their success, and now we too can benefit from Lisa's no-nonsense approach. I, on the other hand, have always been a bit more, out there in my endeavors, yet my work in space planning is very personal to each client. I guess we could say that I'm coming from space to share strategies for efficient use of yours. Perhaps this is our legacy, or simply that we really enjoy conversing and sharing some light moments in what can be a very heavy world. Whatever the case, we are thrilled that you have joined us and hope you find some gems along the way. To learn more about Lisa, go to wardrobeconsulting.net, and for me, go to katieharms.com. Here's to your success, your beautiful view in your mirror, and thanks for listening. Now back to the conversation.
And we are back. Katie Harms.
Lisa Rubin.
So happy to be here. I just went and applied a little lipstick. We were talking, I think that's number 6, right?
Number 6.
Number 6, and number 7 is smile.
Yes, smile. And you know why smiling is so important? Because what many of you might not realize is that you are actually looking in the mirror on your computer the whole time you're video conferencing.
Prior to the explosion of video conferencing and working in these new realms, we'd sat in how many meetings, but you didn't see yourself
in the meeting.
Now you're looking at yourself in the meeting. It's such a strange, I didn't think about it until you brought it up to me.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people think about it, but subconsciously they do think about it, because as they're doing whatever they're going to be talking about or listening, they're kind of, their eyes or their brain is like, oh my God, I have a hair sticking up on top of my head. Oh my God, look at that pimple in the middle of my forehead. Oh, wow, maybe I should apply some mascara because you really can't see my eyes. So there's all these things that take place that you never really thought about when you were out working, because like you said, you never looked in the mirror while you were doing your work.
Yeah, you might have, walked by a mirror, glanced at it, run to the bathroom in between, reapplied your makeup, freshened up a bit. But as a constant, it is, and it's difficult not to look at yourself unless you turn yourself off in that little box.
Yeah, but you can actually still see yourself in your screen.
That's true too.
You can't turn that off.
No. And I think it all goes back to anything you can do to prepare yourself to start your day, to bring yourself to your business place with these hints and tips and skills that we're helping you apply will just make you better at what you do.
I agree exactly. And I also feel that if you do really think about all these things, you will feel a confidence that comes over you throughout the day. Instead of feeling exhausted and tired and frustrated, you're going to just have a little more pep in your step, even though you're not walking. And I also really recommend that when you're choosing what you're going to wear from the waist up, because basically that's all we're looking at right now. If you're a person that really likes color, then wear colorful things, because it will make you feel better. Don't put a huge pattern on if you're going to be with a lot of people, because that could be slightly distracting to some people.
What about jewelry? What about embellishments?
Well,
We're seeing so little of you. What do you recommend?
I think earrings are important now, but don't make them so big that every time you talk, because every time we talk, our head kind of moves, all of us. If the earrings keep moving with your head, again, that's a distraction to a lot of people who are actually watching you in this meeting. Now, if you were in a big room and you were in the boardroom, I talk about be careful about wearing jewelry that sings. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Jewelry that makes noise. So every time you lift your arm or you move your head, you hear a noise, which is distracting to everyone in the room. It's the same concept. They can't hear the jewelry, but they can see it moving. So just kind of be careful with that.
Give it thought.
Give it thought.
Because all of this gives you time, right? Which we are not very good at taking for ourselves, but in the end will benefit you in more confidence. I really feel that you will have a level of confidence when you're doing video conferencing for sure. We will get back into the boardroom and the office and
The classroom.
at some point the classroom, but all of it has to do with, there's one other thing I'm thinking of as we're talking about this. What kind of chair you sit in for your posture, I think would be so important for a video conference.
Or there are a lot of people that stand all day.
Yes.
They have stand-up desks because it helps them with their posture. So if you're a person that's standing versus sitting, your posture is probably better. And then another thing that we should discuss with that is, where do you position your computer?
Correct.
With where they're seeing you? Are they seeing you from the waist up? Are they seeing you from, the neck up? Mm-hmm. I think that's really important.
Well, and I think it's important to say that everyone looks better when that camera is coming a little bit down at you. And here's what I tell people: turn your cell phone on, turn the camera function on, turn it around and see yourself, and move that around to see where you actually look the best. And that's similar to where you want that computer to be facing.
That's a great idea.
And you can actually set your cell phone on your open laptop if you're using a laptop. And look, we know not everybody has an office that can be set aside for video conferencing. I mean, we're in a whole new world. I keep wanting to sing that Disney song every time we say that, but it's true. You may be truly in a closet trying to do a video conference. If your kids are at home and your spouse or significant other
is also working from home,
then you've got all sorts of situations to think about. But this is critically important to take a little bit of time, and the lighting. I would say the last thing I'd say on that is the lighting. Make sure you have lighting that's coming from behind the camera, and that will, again, you can play with that. If it's a desk lamp setting behind your or your computer setup, that will help you. It will help your whole face. It will perk you up.
I think those are all great points.
So between the two of us, my goodness, everyone who's listening should just be like kicking ass and taking names on the next video conference.
Yes, I hope so. I hope we've helped people come up with some of the things that maybe they think about but don't really know.
Yes.
And hopefully some of these tips that we've talked about today will help everybody in a big way or a small way.
I like it. Now, we're all about helping people. I think it's truly important, and this is our first feature of a nonprofit. We're going to do this on each of our shows now. Lisa, you did some research and came up with one very deserving nonprofit to be our first feature.
Yes, we have chosen to spotlight Tubman. Tubman provides comprehensive services to serve families and individuals across the Twin Cities: safety, hope, and healing. These three words are at the heart of Tubman's mission. For more than 40 years, we've worked to advance opportunities for change so that every person can experience safety, hope, and healing. Each year, we help an estimated 25,000 people in Hennepin, Ramsey, and Washington counties and the surrounding area get the services, support, and information they need after experiencing trauma, including relationship, violence, sexual assault, exploitation, trafficking, addiction, mental health issues, and more. We serve people of all ages and genders and offer a wide continuum of services to help people find the support and information they need.
Incredible organization, and that's taken off of their website, and you can get way more information by going to tubman.org. They also have a 24-hour resource line. That number is 612-825-0000, 612-825-0000. Tubman.org. Well, Lisa, we have number 2 show in the books.
Yes, we do.
And lots of great information. Now, I want to say, if anyone wants more information on you, Lisa, at wardrobeconsulting.net. And you are also on LinkedIn as Lisa Rubin Wardrobe Consulting, LLC.
Yes, I am.
All right. You can find me at katieharms.com. I am also on LinkedIn at Katie Harms. We have a website, and we're working on that, theviewinyourmirror.com. Social media, we are on Instagram, and you will be seeing more from us in the coming weeks. Hope you make the view in your mirror the best yet.